Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
And we're live.
Artlist.io.
All right. Let's get going here. Just need to update my levels here on my Top 1 Futures Project X account here. Setting all-time highs here, continuing on higher and higher. It's kind of the theme lately, especially in the overnight session. We're getting lots of pops. Pretty clean price action overnight. 709, 708. Uh, 96 to 97.
Artlist.io.
Value areas 92 and 88.
Music licensing reimagined.
Previous day low is down at 66.70. All right, change our VWAPs here. Blue. Hey, good morning, Dad. How you doing?
Artlist.io.
So we just need our electronic VWAP on here. Right here. 1500.
Music licensing reimagined.
So it's red. Sounds like the music is a little bit loud. There we go, that's a little better. And let's get something else on. So looking like we're trading above value area high right now. We got 8 minutes to the bell.
Artlist.io.
Had this pretty large wedge here. I'll show you on the charts since we're on the ES right now. Had this large wedge forming from yesterday's price action. Eventually ended up breaking out lower. We found support at the Wednesday's VWAP. Bounced off the VWAP and started heading higher. We're now at value area high, potentially heading to previous day high up there. So we're going to stay long bias for today so far in the morning until something tells us to act differently. Just going to also get my levels set up here on the MNQ real quick. Take off chart executions here. We're actually not all-time highs over here on... actually, we're not... technically we're not all-time highs on either indice. We're close though, so.
Music licensing reimagined.
Previous day high, 817. Okay, 793 and 790 for value area high. 793 and 90.
Artlist.io.
Point of control is 742.
Artlist.io.
751 for PLC. $682.
Music licensing reimagined.
682. And the value area high is 709. 5 minutes to the bell here, guys. Make sure I got everything all set up.
Artlist.io.
Just a quick rundown on the financial juice, looking for any news. Nothing really sticking out this morning. We did have some Canada news at 5:30. Canadian retail sales month over month. Actual 0.8, negative 0.8. Forecast was negative 0.8. So right on the forecast. Although it's down from 1.5%. Okay, I think we just need our previous day low here. Double check 599.50. Go.
Artlist.io.
Hey Scott, hey Trevor, good morning. I'm doing good, thank you. Just trying to wake up, you know? I'm actually gonna just shut down Bookmap and
Artlist.io.
restart it here so that we can have a fresh cumulative volume delta. Sweet, we got 9 viewers. We got 3 in X, 4 in Randy's channel, 2 in my channel. Good morning to everybody, to all the viewers. Thanks for tuning in. Hoping we can find some decent trades today. Really ripped higher in the last, couple hours here. Since midnight.
Artlist.io.
Got about 2.5 minutes to the bell here. Okay, everything pretty much set up.
Music licensing reimagined.
Popping up a bit more here before the bell. Starting to get a little volume, as you can see in this. The tape here is just ripping. So we're in the last 2 minutes here before the open.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Just double checking to make sure that my TradingView stuff is all accurate here. It looks like I got all my VWAPs correctly added. So let's see how how this pans out here. Hey, Johan. Hey, Jose. Good morning, guys. How you doing? We'll see how this morning ends up playing out. I would say, we're going to be bullish if we kind of like hold above this 747 area, 24,747. If we hold above there, we can definitely see a bit of a move higher in the morning, and vice versa. Obviously, if we end up breaking down below there, and especially like lower than this overnight view up, we could definitely see us making a move lower. It is Friday though, so try to trade safe on Fridays, guys. Quite often, price action is a little wonky on Fridays, so keep that in mind. We got 10 seconds to the bell or so here.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
All right, we're live anyways. Let's go into the 1 minute candles here. Gonna make sure I just pop on my view offs real quick. The other chart here. 630 candle. That's gonna be yellow. Pretty strong pullback on ES and Dow. Dow's pulling back pretty hard, dragging the DS down. NQ's looking a little more bullish, which is what we have here on the screen. The buyers are having a bit of a battle here, trying to go back higher. Working our way up to the value area high. Let's frame out our first candles here. Just make sure that we're ready for some action. Looks like we can't seem to get up past this 83 level. We have orders at 85. There's like 17 there. Pushing down here towards the point of control. Buyers held there. Down at the point of control there. Let's get our view up on here just so it's a little more clear. Also,
Artlist.io.
Morning. Pretty volatile this morning so far. Not a whole lot of movement overall, but we still got some more time on this range. So far, we got 29 points on NQ. Relatively small compared to recent opening ranges, although, like I said, we still have, a good 10, 12 minutes. All three indices are looking a little bearish right now, just with their opening, just kind of not super bearish on NQ, but ES and the Dow are definitely pulling back a bit here. I'm just going to take a look at the Mag 7 real quick.
Artlist.io.
Let's see. Mag 7 did pop up a bit, but it's been selling off. It was like above its high from the previous trading session, but now it's pulling back a bit.
Music licensing reimagined.
Get back over to the YM there. Keep that in the watch. YM dropped all the way back down to the point of control like an anchor. I made a good trade last night on gold, 100 ticks. Wow, that must have paid nicely.
Artlist.io.
That's awesome. Congratulations. All right, so we are pulling back further here, guys. Heading now down to the electronic point of control. Nice, halfway through the eval. That's awesome. Killer.
Music licensing reimagined.
Just got to be careful going forward with that. I know whenever I get about halfway or closer to passing, then that's when I, potentially can make some mistakes and eat up some of that profits. Not saying that you will, but I'm sure you're gonna pass it here in the next couple days, but I wouldn't rush it for today, that's for sure. Being that it's Friday. Kind of made a small new break off the low there. Yes, I'll be careful today. Good.
Music licensing reimagined.
I kind of want to be a buyer down here. We held the, the point of control and everything. So let's see if we can take this. This guy should actually be yellow. See if we can't take that with some momentum here. We can enter, potentially take a long here to target the top of the range if we get a breakout. But we're going to wait for that confirmation because currently looking like it wants to roll over a bit more. Buyers have been holding this area, but
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Nice battle going on here, guys. As you can see, tons and tons of volume in this area. Are we going to break that New York VWAP? Let's see. 16 seconds left on this candle. Sellers are defending that New York VWAP. Dow and ES pulling back pretty hard, which is kind of not helping NQ, right? Here we go. Some more rejections there off the New York VWAP.
Music licensing.
So far, not really loving this price action, guys. I know it's first few minutes of the bell, but we're consolidating pretty hard. Not really making much price action. Hoping today's not going to be a total chop day. Looks like we have quite a bit of volume so far, but I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I bet you are.
Artlist.io.
Feels nice to hit that profit target. Now you just gotta once you do hit that profit target and then get into your funded account, then then it's payouts coming. Are we gonna take the low here, guys? Buyers are there. Holding here, but it is looking pretty bearish considering we're kind of working our way down to the bottom of the range here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Buyers still battling down there, still trying to hold it up. We had our, another little break at the bottom of the range there. So we got 7 minutes or so until the opening range is set. And so far it's looking more so like bearish at the point right now. Although, we are getting a little bit of support from the buyers down at the bottom here.
Artlist.io.
So we could think about, potentially doing a short here, sort of target the value area low, the stop above the point of control here, kind of like a, I guess we gotta have to go at least to the New York VWAP. So it's roughly a 1-to-1 risk to reward if we were to take this down to value area low. We do have electronic value area low. Could try to leave some runners depending on our position size here if we do take this. But so far the buyers just aren't letting go yet. Sellers have been trying to step in there, so that's looking like it's not happening just yet anyways. So we'll pull that aside here, and then the other idea would be a long position if we can take the New York VWAP with any momentum, put our stop below the low of the range here, and target sort of the top of the range. Again, that's a 1-to-1 risk to reward. But looking like the sellers are blocking that idea also right now. So see how this plays out.
Reimagined.
Yeah, so far looking more like the bears are in control so far, but if we can get a nice break above the New York VWAP, just similar to that, there we go. Gonna go long there, guys.
Artlist.io.
Let's hope we can get a little continuation here. Pulling our stop down. If we tag that first set of contracts there, I'll definitely be dragging my stop to break even here. Here we go. Now we're in break even. Let's see if we can't get one more off up top there. And we'll be leaving our runners there. Okay, we're off there. All right, good start to the morning here, guys. Thinking about selling one more here up at the top of the range. Let's just go join ask here. There we go. We're down. We're only one contract left, so if we get taken out on this, totally fine with that. We're going to try to leave it for see if we can't get any continuation. Looking like we're going to get stopped out here. Are the buyers going to hold this? There we go. We're out. So 130, quick $130 here in my two copy traded accounts. So decent start to the morning. So hey Jose, sorry buddy. My idea was that if we were to break below the opening range here, we'd be going short. But you know, as we kind of started going bullish, I just moved that out of the way so that I could put a long idea in here. Ended up taking a long here at the nice break of the New York VWAP, taking profits up towards the opening range high. Typically, from past experience, we find that the opening range high tends to reject, obviously, on like the first attempt. So yeah, that ended up being a really nice trade though, guys. $130 there across the two accounts. So we won't be trading those ones anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you guys on here. On the top right, there's this little button on Project X, manual lockout. So we're going to lock that out all day. Yes, lock me out. Boom. So we won't be messing with any profits in that account anyways. We do have our 50K instant funded one. We could think about trying to enter on a retest. I'm not really loving these wicks up here though, guys. It's looking, you know, the sellers are definitely up here. This is part of the reason we you know, take profits at the first attempt to take the top of the range. That worked out pretty good though. Entered 3 contracts, added 3 contracts, and then started scaling out on the way up there. And look at that, heading back to the New York. Could potentially try a long again there. I would rather wait for some confirmation though on that. Starting to pull back. See, yeah, so definitely want to wait for some confirmation, some closure. See how this candle closes here. They are taking the New York back with a little bit of volume, so sellers are stepping back in a bit here. Let's watch the New York VWAP. If they end up slapping us up higher here really strong, we could even think about doing a long here. Again, targeting the top of the range. Let's see what kind of a move across the New York VWAP we end up getting though. Again, rejecting off there currently. So if we can see like a nice slap, quick move, some nice volume coming in, you could think about entering to go long. That's pretty good there, guys. I'm liking it. I'm going to go in long again here. Let's see if we can't get a little more continuation. Only going with 3 contracts on this time. Because, you know, this is the second attempt, so we might not get much movement up here. Bring our stop here. So risking $136 in this account right now. Let's see how this next candle starts to move out here. Coming back a bit, finding a little support at the New York VWAP again here. Let's see if we can't bounce. Pulling back here a bit again. Buyers holding it up a bit. 3 indices are relatively sideways at this point.
Artlist.io.
Not looking that good on the second attempt here, guys. See if we can't hold this overnight VWAP. If we can't, I think I'm actually going to let it cut us out early here at the low of the, if we break this electronic VWAP there. Don't really want to be in that trade anymore. We're down $51 currently on this trade. See if we can't get a little more continuation here. Need a nice take of that New York VWAP again here. Would be nice. Let's see. Got to break this candle high. If we break that candle high, could think about adding here. Looking for the top of the range again, but we didn't break that high there. So looking like we're going to be stuck in a little bit of chop here. Hopefully the electronic VWAP will protect us. Worst case scenario, we'll be down $100 in this account, not risking a whole lot. Let's see, buyers hold it. Can the buyers hold it? Looks like we might get stopped out here. All right, buyers held it for now. Let's see, the sellers might make another attempt at that. Looks like we have most of our orders are up above there, guys. 24,800, maybe with an eventual target. That's way up, you know, up here near the high of the value area highs. Let's hope we can take this New York VWAP with some more momentum again. And like we were saying before, we need to get above these candles here. Could think about adding if we are looking really strong on the momentum part. There we go. We got rejected a bit there again at the top of that candle. So not loving it right now. We need to take that. If not, the sellers they're definitely there, and they're not really letting us go any higher just yet. There we go. A nice little take there. Not going to add just yet, though. I want to see a closure above this candle here. So a closure above 69 would be nice. I could think about adding to this trade. But don't really want to put too much more risk on, since all we've been showing is chop right now. So we didn't really get the close there. We're attempting to push a little higher here. We got some orders at 770. Our next target's 780, 85, and 90. Getting a little bit of a move here. Okay, I'm gonna try to add in here. We'll put a sell of 3 orders here at the top of the range, and then we'll put another 2 up here, and then we'll leave a runner. Hopefully, if we can if we can tag this out here at the top of the range, we're definitely bringing our stop to break even. Actually, I'm gonna bring my stop up to sort of this doji candle here, reduce a little bit more risk in case we get rejected like that. Hopefully the buyers are still here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Actually, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna keep my stop where it was, guys. No, let's not. I don't want to have the added risk here. So thinking about actually going break even here. I don't really want to give too much back on this trade. There we go. We're in break even, $18. If we get stopped out, so be it. Yeah, we're out there. Just wasn't feeling very confident on that trade here, guys, after, getting forming some more huge wicks like that on the top side. It might run still, but I'd rather not give back some of those profits that we already made this morning. So sorry to end that trade the way I did there, but and it's looking like it might go higher now, but is what it is. Taking away my confidence, creating more and more of these wicks. Oh, look at that, guys. Oh, damn. I missed it. Look at that. I chickened out, I guess, eh? Chickened out. Damn. That's too bad.
Music licensing reimagined.
That'll give you FOMO. Right there. That'll give you FOMO. Brought my stop break even too early. Okay, I'm on a 15-minute timeout there, guys. No trades for 15 minutes now. Damn it. But I guess that's trading, hey? You took it? Nice. Beautiful. Well, I'm glad. I hope you guys made money. Didn't chicken out like me. Oh, that's awesome, guys. I hope some other people also caught that too, Johan. I'm happy for you there. Don't let it come back too far into the top of the range here. That was the first break of the high of the range, right? We might continue on, so protect your position, but yeah, took only 300 because I wasn't sure. Nice. Okay, well, hey, 300's a nice winner. Congrats. Glad you could catch a trade on stream with me, even though I chickened out and stopped out early. That's too bad. That was a nice pop. Okay, so what are we doing here? Let me we do have previous day high and all-time highs coming up here in right here. So in 775, out 800. Beautiful. That's awesome. Great trade, up 150. Nice. These definitely deserve some applause. And definitely a couple air horns for those wins. And then also, we got Jose up there, which also deserves a couple air horns and an applause too.
Artlist.io.
Awesome job, guys, this morning. Good start to the day. Beautiful, beautiful. Loving it. I know. Good Friday morning so far, guys. Awesome start today. Happy you guys were able to catch some nice trades with me. Look at that, though, hey? Can't believe I stopped that out. Yeah. I want another. Let's go. I guess the next potential trade we could be looking for would be let's get these off of here. It could be a retest to the opening range high.
Artlist.io.
Let's see here. Could think about entering long on the retest of the opening range high. Really wish I didn't cut that trade right now. I'd still have one runner left. We'd be sitting in this trying to wait for some more money to get dropped into the coffers. That's, I really shouldn't be trading today now, guys, after that happened to me. I can just feel the urge to go in heavier size and over trade and It's real. The feelings are real when that stuff happens, right? It stopped out for $19 and then it rips right to your TP like 2 seconds after. Uh
Artlist.io.
Okay, let's see how we react here at the top of the range here again. Could think about taking a long here. Let's make sure we get a let's wait for a candle closure though, because this isn't really the exact test of the range. Didn't quite touch it, but it was pretty good. So value area highs holding here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Nice little hold there, actually. Yeah, if we can break above the previous day high, we're definitely looking pretty bullish to a potential move higher. The only problem is it's hard to predict how high we're going to go. I mean, you could just stick for like, go for 10 points maybe, like and enter somewhere around the 18, 19 area. What do we got on the book here? We got orders at 20 and up at 25 and then up at 30. So
Artlist.io.
yeah, that was definitely a decent entry point right there, guys. Let's take a look. ES is kind of trying to take the high. NQ is currently testing the high a day.
Artlist.io.
We might get another retest to the opening range high and or the VWAP, right? So let's see how these candles end up playing out. This is a pretty bearish candle here. Not rushing into anything yet, right? It seems like we're in a bit of a consolidation area up here right now. Obviously, we're starting to roll over. When it's rolling over, it looks like it could start heading lower on us. Let's see. We do have a bullish fair value gap though, guys, at 83 to 87. 83 to 87. So basically in this little window here at the top of the range, 10 points, MES, 3 micros. Nice. You're having a good morning too, I see there, Scott. Hey, that's wicked. Scott had a really, really good day yesterday. His record profit day. So definitely getting an applause and an air horn for that. Maybe even 3 air horns. Since he's, he killed it. Sorry, maybe let's turn this down a little. I don't know how. I hope that's not hurting your guys' ears right now. But we like to appreciate our the people who come to the stream, say what's up. So we dipped into that fair value gap here again, guys. Let's see if we can find some support here again. We could think about taking a long here if we get a reaction out of this range, out of this fair value gap here. Let's just frame it in just so we have a roughly like this right there, and we'll go green.
Artlist.io.
Let's see, what is that? 83 to 87.
Music licensing reimagined.
So we're getting that there. Let's wait for this candle to close here. This is the 5-minute fair value gap, guys. So we need a 5-minute candle to close below that. So let's go to the 5 for now. I hold, hey, Andrew, good morning. And Jose, yes, I do hold a few stocks. I got a couple AI stocks, like there's a Facebook AI stock, there's kind
Artlist.io.
of like a tactical equipment kind of AI stock that I hold. It says BBAI. I own some Tesla. I own MicroStrategies.
Artlist.io.
But majority of my investments are actually in Bitcoin and Solana, Solana, and what's the other one is yeah, I own a couple
Music
cryptos anyways.
licensing
XRP.
reimagined.
I'm a bit of a crypto lover. 14 seconds on this candle here, guys. Let's see. Are they looking like they're holding it right now? Getting a bit of reaction out of the rate here. Let's see how this next candle opens up. If we wick back down into there, we could think about entering after we've held that now. Let's see though. Make sure we don't break too far down below.
Artlist.io.
I'm going long here, guys. Let's see if we can't get a little bit continuation here, at least to the top. I'm not going to go in too heavy on this one. Only 3. We'll set our stop down here just below the New York VWAP.
Music licensing reimagined.
See if we can't get in here for the continuation. If we end up coming down into the top of the range here, we do have a little bit of room that if it does wick below, it's fine as long as it doesn't close down here below that fair value gap. Hopefully it's going to hold here. Need the buyers to hold us up here, guys. Come on, let's go, buyers. Getting another little reaction there off that bullish fair value gap there. I did jump in a little bit high on that entry, actually. It just looked like the way it was reacting, it was going to make a move out of there. Definitely liking that it's holding right now. Let's make sure. So how long do we have left here? We got 3.5 minutes on this candle though. So
Music licensing reimagined.
we'll try to be patient here, guys. Might end up losing on this trade if it does close down here below this bullish fair value gap. But it is a retest of the opening range high, which can be a decent place to get in here.
Artlist.io.
Let's put our TP right up there. Think about covering a couple here. We'll limit sell 2 up here, and then we'll just move this up here, see if we can't get a bit of a runaway. If we can end up getting a move higher
Music
here.
licensing reimagined.
Looking like ES and Dow are not cooperating right now. That's kind of holding us down on the NQ. Dow's pulling back. ES is pulling back a bit. So losing a little bit of confidence in this trade. We're not really making any progress yet. We got 2 minutes left on this candle. Let's see if we're going to break down below this. Hopefully we don't break down below this fair value gap. If it does, if we get a closure below it, we'll definitely be cutting it. If it, as long as it doesn't instantly go to our stop, we'll hopefully get a chance to cut it early. Thinking about adding actually into this down here. We've got 1 minute and 45 seconds left. We're relatively bullish. ES is coming up to the New York VWAPs. Let's see if we get a bounce. And the Dow is actually looking like we are finding some support at the point of control. So let's go, boys. Let's go, bulls. Move us up here. I'm going to change this to a limit sell 1. We'll put another limit sell here at the top of the range.
Artlist.io.
We only have 3 contracts here, so if we can get a pop here, once we touch that order, we'll be bringing our stop up close to break even here. Looking like we might be going there pretty quick here.
Reimagined.
Great morning so far, just a little choppy. Yeah, definitely a little choppy. A little bullish, but a little choppy. Let's go, bulls. Come on. Thinking about dropping my stop here just because I don't want it to go against us after we've kind of popped up here a bit. Just would hate to get stopped out again and then it run on me. So a little bit of FOMO trading here. There we go, holding that level. Come on, guys, let's go, buyers. Buyers holding it a bit so far. We need to see a little continuation here, though, from the buyers. ES did bounce there, Dow did bounce a little bit too, so that's looking pretty good.
Music licensing reimagined.
Come on, let's go, buyers. Let's go. You're right there. Let's get us up to above that 800 level, 809 level there. Thinking about dropping my stop here just to protect our position because it's looking like we might not be going higher at the moment. Pulling back. Didn't drop my stop yet. Ooh, look at that wick.
Artlist.io.
Look at that wick there. Let's see if we can't buy. The buyers can continue to hold here. Pull us back up here. Come on, guys, let's go. Not really liking that price action though. I'm gonna probably drop the stop here into in the break-even area if we can get to a green candle again. See if we can't get a bounce here. Come on, buyers, let's step in a little bit here. Hold this up. Dow is bouncing and MES is holding a bit here. That might have been the stop run that we needed for us to move higher. It's those buyers, they just can't seem to get us going here, guys. Yeah, should have potentially dropped the stop there. Let's go. Azar, did you take any trades on gold this morning? Come on, guys, let's go. Let's go, buyers. Let's go. Okay, I'm dropping it at the bottom of this candle here. And we're gonna get stopped. Looking like it. Yeah, there we go. We got stopped out. Okay, so a couple stop out winners. Let's cancel all our orders here so we don't get tagged in accidentally. Anyways, was looking for a faster reaction, although if we would have entered in the fair value gap 86 to 90, 96, we could have definitely got 10 points out of that. Usually that's my plan. And of course, we're stopped out and I'm going to go higher. I guess this is just my day. It is Friday. I don't really want to end the week on a negative note. So up 130 in those accounts, up 30 only in that account.
Music licensing reimagined.
We could think about taking one more trade here. I haven't touched my Lucid test accounts. I just didn't set up these levels yet at all, so let's go over to NQ here.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
$790, $793. I'm just trying to get these levels on here so we can look for potentially another trade here. PLC 751, 742, 742. $751. Value area low, 709. Electronic value area low, 682. Okay, and then where's our previous day low? We haven't updated this chart in a while, obviously. Previous day low is 599, right at the 600 level. Okay, let's update our VWAPs here. Where is this one from? Okay, so that one's gone. That's too far away. Let's just delete all these right now. So many VWAPs left from before. Anyways, let's get our New York VWAP on here for now, right away. Where's that 630 candle here? Go turn this guy yellow. Overnight VWAP 1500. So we got that, and then we'll put our previous day VWAP here, anchor that up real quick. 630, that one's gonna be blue.
Music licensing.
And then our other pre-market VWAP down here at the 1500 level with 1500 time, and that guy is going to be pink, light pink. There we go. I guess since we're here, we might as well just throw up this, although this one doesn't have a lot of value, just because, as you can see, we had pretty low volume on this day.
Artlist.io.
And that one is light blue. So happy that I did get out of that trade temporarily anyways. It didn't really make any move higher there. Let's see here. Where's our 630 candles? 630 is right there. Yeah. And our 45 candle is right there. So we gotta adjust this a bit right there and then this one's gotta come down a little bit. We're gonna make this color into purple because purple's our box for opening range. Sort of building the flag out here, guys, like this. So what we could be looking for maybe is a break, as we consolidate maybe in this little area. That fair value gap is still holding in there. So let's put that guy back in. We did wick right through it to the New York there.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let me see here. I'm going to go back here. I just want to see what level did I put this at. This is at 84. Okay, so it was overlapping there. Okay, makes sense. So let's change this guy to green. Gold was my biggest winner for New York session. Got in before at the open at 910. Just TP'd. Nice. Congrats. So sounds like everybody in the chat's having a good Friday morning. That's awesome. Currently we have 19 viewers. We got 11 viewers in Randy's X channel. We got 3 on Randy Randy's YouTube channel. We got 5 in my YouTube channel, and then nobody in Mustang Traders, which is one of the other, as you guys know, Nick Jocelyn. He trades with us pretty often on Randy's channel. I'm broadcasting over there too. I don't know if he wants me to, but he's on the list, so I added him in there. And then I got nobody in my X channel, so maybe I shouldn't have bothered putting a subscription over there for that. I think I'm still waiting to get verified by them. Yeah, it says under review still for. I wanted to change my handle because it's such a weird handle. It's at Butcher DAV 78225. So doesn't really make much sense. So I'm gonna try to get in there and change that when I can here. So we did just dip back into that fair value gap there, guys. Is this a 630 candle? That's 29. So 30. Oh, so this range can be a tiny bit higher here. And let's double check the size of this fair value gap. 86.50 down to 83. 86.50. That was 86.75. And then this is down to 83. So I'm not going to take this one here, guys. This is a 1 minute chart. So looking like we might break down a bit here, guys. Finding buyers here at the New York VWAP though. Yeah, we're gonna be patient here. Eventually, these fair value gaps do fail. Obviously, can't hold forever. We do have 4 minutes left on this candle. So, and if this could, hold and close up here, that's definitely a bullish sign. But not that convinced yet. After we've been forming a lot of wicks on the top side. Also forming wick. Oh, excuse me. Also forming wicks on the bottom side, but I would say the wicks on the top are a little bit more violent. Like they're longer, and they're holding these levels. Like first they were holding 802, and then they're slapping it down to 99, and now they're holding it below 789, which happens to be our value area high. So we got some confluences in here. If we end up closing down here with some strength, we could think about taking a short now, looking for the bottom of the range, a reversion, or at least back to the point of control there. So we got 3 minutes left on this candle though. We're not going to jump in this one too preemptively, but so far it's looking like the bears. Let's go look at this 1 minute here. So we did take it fairly strong, but we do also have our previous day VWAP right below. So we're kind of, if we're taking a short here, we are fighting the VWAPs. But if we could get a closure, if we start taking out this low, we could think about trying to ride it down to the point of control.
Music licensing reimagined.
Not going to rush into this too much, guys. What we could do is we could wait for 7:30 and then consider taking trades regarding the initial balance. See, finding buyers here right at that previous day VWAP. Is that our previous day, or is that our that's our 2 days ago VWAP, isn't it? Let's see. Where did it anchor?
Artlist.io.
There we go. Now we got our proper VWAPs in place. Sometimes, like I was saying, when you change your time frames on Project X, they're going to move around on you. So there wasn't even a VWAP there, guys. What the heck? What is that stuff? What's going on here? That's the one thing you gotta be careful, guys, when you're flipping around on the time frames on Project X platform. with any of the companies that use Project X. The data doesn't
Music licensing
it doesn't collect really quickly, so sometimes you can end up having your view ups in the wrong place. Like, look at that, we were thinking we were finding support on a view up when really it's just this previous price action here, this level that they're battling. They're trying to hold the 66 level, so we just broke through that 66 level now. So we could try to take a short down to here. There's not a whole lot of space there, 64 to 52, and the buyers are kind of battling in this area, trying to hold it. Sorry, I keep yawning. We'll probably wait for the break of a range, and then we can think about taking a trade. So this one is now, let's just check here, 5 minute. Yeah, so this fair value gap is gone. Like I was saying, it only works a couple times. Could have taken it, there was a number of opportunities there. We could have taken it and, collected 10 points, roughly 86 to 99. So I just got to go to the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll be right. I'm going to set my desk to stand position for when I get back here.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm back.
Artlist.io.
So we went down, we touched that 200 EMA there, guys, and then just went higher from there. Let me just double check that that's also
Music
accurate.
licensing reimagined.
Where's the 200 EMA? Yeah, it doesn't even look that accurate anyways, but either way, that one seemed to work. Because when I look at the NQ on my trading view, it's not there. It's down at 24,723, which is like down here near this electronic VWAP from a couple days ago, or the previous electronic VWAP. So
Artlist.io.
all right, so let's see what happens here. So we got our initial balance here setting in 4 minutes. So what we can do is we could mark out this would be our initial balance high currently, as long as we don't end up heading this way before then. So if anyone's wondering, the initial balance is another sort of range that you can set, and that's kind of like on the first hour of the trading session. So we opened at 6:30, so from 6:30 to 7:30 is our initial balance. So since we put in this high here, that would be our initial balance high, and this low here would be our initial balance low. Since we're sort of trading up this way, we'll just wait for this. We're more likely going to go test this initial balance. So in the case that we don't break the initial balance high, like let's say that we come up here, maybe we pop out a little bit, and then we end up consolidating, going sideways and coming back down, we can enter a short targeting sort of like the point of control, or you probably want to do 50% of your initial balance. So what you can do is you can take your Fibonacci tool here, right here, Fibonacci retracement tool, click on it from the high, bring it down to the low there, and this is our 50% point, which is right at the New York VWAP. So if we were to come up here, test the initial balance, we don't get a breakout, we start kind of curling over or going sideways, and then we head lower, we could basically take a trade for reversion back to the middle of the trade, which would be 776, maybe just target the top of the range to be safe, to get out a little bit earlier. And then vice versa, like if we end up taking it with some momentum, we can definitely look for a move higher. How many points is this anyways from here to here?
Music licensing reimagined.
So it's about 37 points, so call it 40 points. So in theory, we could get 40 points up here, which would be the half of the range, right? So what's 40 points up here? Could take us up to the 60 level, which, do we have orders up at 60? Pretty empty up there right now. We got a bunch of orders at 825.
Artlist.io.
So if this ends up being the top, like these huge orders up here at 825, maybe we come up there, we reject off it. That's right at the IB high. That could be the signal that we're going to be stuck in the IB range temporarily, and then if we are stuck in the range and we start curling back down, we could, like I said, take that trade back towards the middle of that Fibonacci retracement there. Sorry, let's delete that. So we know that roughly the 778 or 780 area, let's call it, is kind of like the halfway point of the IB.
Artlist.io.
So we could label this one something else here. Let's go with let's make it a white line, since I don't have really any white lines, and we'll go we'll just label this IB IBM, which is IBM. You know what IBM is? No, IBM midpoint. Okay, so I just had my 7:30 alarm go off. I've been setting my alarm so that it reminds me that initial balance is now set. So we got the IB high up there, and we could mark the IB low. So there's some stats that people talk about, that usually the IB will not break both sides. Average, like the most common, is that it won't, break out of both sides of the IB high and IB low. But there is some situations where it does end up happening. Let's label this one IBL. That's our IB low. So we're sitting right on the middle of the range, the IB range here. So, if we do get a break, we could think about taking a long here up to IB high, right? Again, just do something like this. Make sure you wait for a closure though, guys. Don't just like jump in this right away for the break up above there. Make sure we get some sort of real confirmation before you just jump in this kind of idea. So we do have this downward trend line. So we do want something like this that happened earlier, where we break out and sort of get a retest. That would be ideal. If we could get it to pop up and then come down, find support here, and then we'll jump in the long to take it up to the IB high. Cover a bunch of our shares up here near the IB high. Be patient, waiting for it to see if it's going to take IB high and leave some runners, right, to continue on, putting our stop break even on the rest, right? So adversely, if we were to get a nice break below and a hold below the IB low, or the IBM is what I'm calling this middle line right here, and the New York VWAP, we could think about letting it head lower. But again, we got so many VWAPs down below, and the point of control, everything. It could be a trade to head back to those areas, but yeah, it's hard. We're kind of like fighting the VWAP sort of there, right? Just there's lots of support areas below us there, so it could just bounce just like we did there.
Artlist.io.
So let's move this guy over here for now, and let's frame up our short idea potentially. So maybe something like this. But again, let's wait for some sort of real confirmation. Bouncing back up here. Trying to not be too biased on price action. We are pretty choppy today, so if you guys are agreeing, maybe think about not taking any more trades. Because although we are looking like we want to break out higher here with this flag that we're forming, typically this is usually a bullish channel, because typically when you're trading like downward on in a trend, let's see here, that's looking pretty good right there. So if we're trending down in a channel and we break out the top of the channel, that's a bullish sign. So we can move this guy back over here now in case this ends up playing out. We might end up moving our ideas back and forth, back and forth.
Music licensing reimagined.
So we got 21 people watching right now. Oh, we got 2 in my X channel. That's so awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Butcher Dave's Butcher DAV 78225. That's my handle on X.
Artlist.io.
I put out a short video on YouTube. What was it, yesterday or the day before here? 2 days ago, and it ended up performing really well. One of my better
Music
shorts. I got
licensing
1,137 views, and so far I've only really had luck on those like personal life outside of the charts kind of short videos. But this one was actually, a quick video on. Let's see if I can open it up for you guys here. You guys show you here. So it was this guy right here.
Artlist.io.
Can't hear it, but I don't think you can hear it.
Artlist.io.
I'm gonna have to look into this to see how I can get it to play sound from my screens. But yeah, so that short got like 1,100 views, which is
Music
pretty solid.
licensing reimagined.
So far, we got a small winning day, guys. Let's export these trades while we're kind of waiting for this price action to make a decision of what we're going to do here. So we're going to export this. Let's go to our dashboard over here. Add trade. Let's go into our lead account over here. I really did some damage to my my funded accounts here, guys, recently, unfortunately.
Music licensing reimagined.
326 should go down a bit. Yeah, there we go. So we got the right one there. Open up this guy. Let's go back here. Switch accounts. Export trades. There we go. Go back in here. We'll drop this guy in. And then the other account here was a very small, 2 small stop out winners, up $34. But hey, green is green. I'm not going to complain. Just gotta forget that stop earlier when it ripped higher, where you guys, at least you guys stayed in it. I wussied out, pulled my stop up too fast. Oh, I think that went wrong. 484. Why did it do that? Why did it do that? Yeah, that's wrong. Okay, so let's try to export this again. Starting to pull back a bit more here, guys. So I'm actually going to have to clear out these trades. So clear trades, clear all trades, yes. And I'm going to have to go back here and go export. I think our short idea could be playing out here a bit. Let's just go from the start of the month because I'm pretty sure it's new since then. Getting a little bit of volume there too, guys. Sorry, I'm taking us away from trading here to do this. Probably not the best idea. Let's go upload CSV file here. Pop that in there. That should be like 200 something. What was that? Yeah, 204.
Music licensing.
204, perfect. All right, so we're good. So I know you guys saw that I had a really bad losing day there on Tuesday. So since then, it's been pretty good. Only down 819 now on the week. So recovered most of that, most of the losses there. Still down a little 800, but that's all good. Not worried about trying to get it all back at once. So we are heading lower here, guys. So this
Artlist.io.
this kind of trade. But you know, with the channel down there, everything, I'm just not feeling like this is a smart trade, to be honest. Where, you know, like if we were to get in short anywhere around here, we got the bottom of the channel right there. Might just head here, also lining up with the 200 EMA, which isn't in the exact right spot, but it did show that it respected it earlier there and there, whatever the calculation is, a little bit different on this account. So that being said, I'm not really thinking we need to take that trade, so let's not even put that over there right now. I don't want to entice anyone to jump in on any of those trades if they, you know, unnecessarily. We don't have any fair value gaps on the 5. Let's see if we can look back in the time frame. Let's go to like the 1 hour chart here, and let's see if we can't see any nice fair value gaps on the 1 hour. So we do have a nice 1 hour fair value gap at 24,693 up to 701, which is pretty far out of the range here, but yeah, we do have a fair value, bullish fair value gap, sorry, I should say, down there.
Music licensing.
53,702. So respecting this channel so far, guys.
Artlist.io.
So it's there's a clear battle going on here, slightly bearish, but you know, so what we might want to expect here is, since we are in a bearish channel, what we could, you know, if then if something happens, then we do this kind of idea. So let's say that we break out of the bottom of this channel with some momentum, you know, start ripping lower, like a really big candle. If we find some support down there at the IB low, and then we head back up into this channel, we could definitely think about entering a long for at least targeting the top of the channel, and then potentially breaking out to the high side. So it would be something like, you know, something like this. Just once we reclaim this 200 EMA, we find support down there, stop just below there. So 26 point stop, we could be targeting, you know, technically we could target high a day because that would be a failed auction. So, you know, we would definitely think about covering some at the IBM here, that middle of the range of the initial balance. Still stuck in this range though here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Dave, I have a question. Once a fair value gap has been broken, it's no longer any good. Yeah, correct. You could, on some fair value gaps, when the fair value gets inverted, that can also be sort of a signal to take the trade in the other direction. Right, so like when we got that closure here, let's go back to the 5 minute. We'll take a look at that. So we had that. So on the 5 minute closure that closed below, which was this one, that didn't really work. So actually, this one didn't really work that good because obviously, if you would have taken any trade down here after it closed below that, this one didn't work, right? So I don't like to take the inversion ones. So like if we put in a bearish one and that's with trend, you know, because overall trend, we're still thinking bullish, right? We've been going up since this time. We haven't been making any lower lows. We did make higher highs, right? We we did this, we went there, and then we went there. So we did make higher highs. We haven't really made lower lows yet. We are in this little downward channel. So I wouldn't take an inversion in the opposite direction of the current trend, which is we're kind of thinking we're leaning bullish, right? Because we've been climbing for a number of hours now. So what we might be doing right here is we could be forming a bearish fair value gap. And then that's the similar idea, right? Is now if this one forms a bearish fair value gap and then we invert that one we could consider taking a long, right? Because it's in trend. So let's see how this one plays out. If we, like I was saying though, it would be nice if we came down and tested the IB low. Even if we break it a little bit and then hold and go higher, that would be our idea to take along. So that candle did close there. Let's go back. I'm on the 15-minute or the 1 hour, still on the other MQ here. So we did form a fair value gap there. 758 to 758 to 766. So 66 down to 58. Technically this gets tighter because of that wick, and that is a red one or orange, so we can see it's a bearish fair value gap. So this is framing that exact idea that we were talking about earlier there. So now because we're relatively bullish in our sentiment, that if we can head down, test the IB low, right, find support, end up heading higher, invert this bearish fair value gap, that's definitely a strong indication that we could be going higher. So an interesting thing here, guys, let's see. Okay, I was gonna say there might be a SMT, which is like a deviation sort of between the ES and the NQ, but it looks like we don't have one. They're both angled up. The Dow has a bearish SMT, but I usually don't compare SMTs on the Dow to the ES or the NQ.
Music
So
licensing reimagined.
I gotta get a coffee here. Hopefully we're gonna find that support at IB low. If we do get a break on the IB low, our other idea would be something like this, right? A break and a retest of the IB low, targeting at least the value area low here. We could even consider trying to get down there with some runners. Let's move this out of the way until we see what actually plays out here. We could put our stop above that fair value gap. Coming up to the IB low right now. Are we going to reject here? So this is kind of what we were asking to play out here on this long position. So let's keep this in place. If we can hold that IB low, and then we end up bouncing up here and retaking this bearish fair value gap to the top side. We need a 5-minute closure above this fair value gap for it to be inverted. So we'll definitely have to wait for that 5-minute candle if we get it to bounce back up to close above that fair value gap, and then either give it a little patience to see if we retest into this and then go higher, or maybe you kind of have to jump in right away. We'll have to see how the candle looks. Just gonna grab coffee real quick. Hopefully I don't miss anything.
Artlist.io.
Nice fresh hot coffee. Oh, you're welcome, Johan.
Reimagined.
No problem. Let's put on the speed glasses. Okay, just going over the viewers here real quick. 13 in Randy's X channel, 2 in my X channel, and 5 in my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot for tuning in, everybody. my usual shout out to the crowd. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't today yet, guys. Help that algorithm get our streams out to the public. Get that algo on our side.
Artlist.io.
So nice bounce off the value or the IB low there, guys. So I'm liking that definitely right now. Let's see if our plan is going to work out here or not.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's see, is this going to play out? Huh? All right, new 5-minute candle here. Are we going to take this fair value gap and then close above? If we get a close above, then I think our longs are definitely good potential to take here. One more trade. I am on my copy traded account. I passed that evaluation account, but they haven't hooked me up yet with my funded account. That's on Take Profit Trader. You may not some of you may not have seen that, but and I didn't put it on live stream because I didn't want to entice anybody to take the trade, but I took a long in okay, Johan, hey, you have a great weekend. Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up, and happy that you got a nice W there earlier. Hopefully you guys are getting some value from this, from watching here, learning a bit. So have a great weekend and lock it out green, right? On your way to passing that eval. But yeah, like I was saying, Take Profit Trader, they passed me, but I haven't received my account yet. So
Artlist.io.
it says we will contact you within the next business day regarding the next step. So I haven't I've been watching. I did check my email quickly this morning, but I didn't see anything from them. Let's see, maybe I'm gonna get it today at some point. Anyways, I'm not that worried about trading it this week. It is Friday. Take Profit Trader. There's
Music licensing
they have intraday drawdown until you hit your 2,000 profit target. So basically, you're gonna have to take small winners and keep the stop really tight until you hit 2,000. Once you get above there, they get rid of that end of day drawdown. And trailing drawdown. So how it normally works, right, is let's say you're in a trade, right, and you get up, your trade's up $1,000, and maybe you walk away, and then Trump has a big huge news candle that ends up ripping to your stop, and it goes back to break even, stops you out break even, right? Oh, look at that take, guys! Look at that beautiful move here. Oh, don't get in yet, though. Don't get in. Let's wait for this to close up here. Liking that buying volume, though. Nice solid move there. We got 2 minutes left on this candle. Let's make sure we close this candle above that fair value gap. Liking that buyer momentum there, though, guys. That's looking really strong. All of them are bouncing right now. We must have some sort of news probably going to come out here in a second. I don't know why we'd have a candle like that. So hopefully Financial Juice will let us know here pretty quick.
Artlist.io.
But yeah, that was a beautiful move higher there with some nice volume.
Artlist.io.
China's Xi Jinping talks with Trump were positive and constructive. I think that's what that was there. 7:53. Yeah. So that's the news at 7:53. So China's President Xi talks with Trump were positive and constructive. So that's kind of good news. I mean, for the market, obviously they want a trade deal, so things will run smoothly. So that's definitely a little bit of bullish move. Explains that pop. Let's see if we can't get that closure above there. Ooh, that's hot coffee.
Artlist.io.
Okay, guys, 30 seconds left on this candle. Are we going to get that closure above that fair value gap? That would just be beautiful, wouldn't it?
Music licensing reimagined.
They're talking more about Trump, cheap. China's president. U.S. should prevent unilateral pressure. The U.S. should not impact outcomes of the trade talks. Interesting. 4 seconds. Looking like we're not going to get that closure above the bearish fair value gap. So that fair value gap is holding currently, guys.
Artlist.io.
That's why I said don't jump in there. I had the initial thought like, oh, this is going. I need to jump in now. Good thing we didn't. We would have been in drawdown instantly there. So at this point, we got a new 5-minute candle. So there's a good chance that we're going to close above this, but let's be patient here. We might get a bit of a pullback here again before we go retest this fair value gap up here. So I've been thinking about testing out a couple other futures companies. I'm only going to be doing like evaluation accounts.
Artlist.io.
So far, Take Profit Trader, I'm not that impressed. I'm happy that I passed it, and their payouts are pretty good. Like once you get to a certain point, it's pretty easy. You can take daily payouts, which is pretty sweet. But that being said, like I opened a ticket and it took them like a day and a bit to get back to me. So their support is a little bit slow. And then I passed that evaluation account, and then although they don't really update it till the end of the day, which is fine, that's just their thing. So then it says, at the very end of the day, let's say you're passed, it's under review, give us 1 business day. But I passed that on Wednesday, and now it's Friday, so it's been more than a business day, and I don't have my account yet. So it's and it's not that I'm not going to get it. It's just they're a little bit slow, right? So coming up on that fair value gap here, guys. Let's see if we can't get that closure here now. We could think about taking this back, because this would be considered a failed auction on the IB low, right? We kind of barely broke it, and then we've been finding buyers and support up there after that. So if we can get that closure, above that bearish fair value gap, then that'd be good news for potential longs here. And we already have some good news that the IB low is holding. So could have attempted to take a long off of the IB low, but once we start heading down like that. So how long do we got here? 2 minutes on this candle here, getting a little bit of rejection here off of the EMAs there. So we got the white is the 9 EMA, and the green is the 21 EMA. So we kind of got up into the middle of there, also with the New York VWAP, and rejected off of that. So this candle isn't done, so it's not, the overweight lady hasn't sung yet. to be politically correct on saying that, it might not end up being this candle, but we still got a minute and a half. A whole lot can happen here in a minute and a half. So let's see if we can't get some momentum here, close up above, and then we can target IB high and potentially hold a runner to get some continuation. Gotta drink more coffee here. Stay awake here.
Artlist.io.
Some news about Putin right now. Putin is testing the West's resolve. We must not show weakness. That's what some politician or somebody in the EU said. Because looks like Russian military aircraft violated Estonia's airspace.
Music
Can't be
licensing
having any
reimagined.
violations going on, that's for sure. So 20 seconds left on this, guys. Are we going to close above the 66 here and invert this fair value gap? It's looking like we have a good chance here. We got 13 seconds left. You're going to have the buyer step in here at the last second, pop us up, and then we can change the color of this. 4 seconds left here. 3, 2, 1. No, we're not getting it. So not a total telltale sign. We're starting to buy up above here, though. We could think about jumping in our long again, sort of if we can take the New York VWAP now, since we might end up closing above on this next candle, but flirting with the top of the range there. Let's see if we can take this VWAP with momentum and then see what happens also with this mid-range of the IB. I would hate to get into a long, get rejected right there and head lower, but I mean, that would be the risk, right? So let's see if we can't get a break. We're getting our break above the channel. We've got a break above the New York, and then maybe if we can get a retest down back towards the New York or
Artlist.io
or the middle point of the IB, we could think about taking a long here.
Artlist.io
Sellers are definitely defending that New York VWAP right now. So we got 21 viewers currently. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. 13 on Randy's X, 2 on my X. We got 1 in Randy's YouTube and 5 in my YouTube. Thanks so much, everybody who is in my channel. I appreciate it. If I can entice you to hit that like button, much appreciated. If not, I don't know, no qualms. I won't be upset, but I definitely appreciate the love. Looking like we got 50 subscribers now, guys. We got a couple more subscribers, so we're 1/10 of the way to our first goal, and then I guess 1/20th away from our second goal. Right? 20 times 5 is 1,000. Yeah. So there we go. Making progress, small steps. But thanks a lot for tuning in, everybody. I do really appreciate everybody being here, helping that algorithm, getting me out to more people, getting more subscriptions, or subscribers, I should say. And yeah, definitely appreciate all you guys showing up, giving me the support that you have been. Still got that bearish fair value gap active here, guys. We need this candle. We got 2.5 minutes left. It needed to close above this fair value gap. That'll invert it. Since we are pulling back here again, I've been drinking too much coffee. We got to go to the bathroom again. So sorry, be right back.
Artlist.io Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. So that looking like it's not really working there. Just a few more trades turned a green day red, but not copy trading green one on one account red on the others. Oh, sorry to hear that, Jose.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, Fridays are not very easy days. So let's see here, banners. So
Artlist.io.
just keep in mind, guys. This is, I do this stream for entertainment value. I hope I would like it if you guys take some winning trades with me, but as you guys know, we're not really giving financial advice necessarily, just trying to give you an idea of how the strategy works and how we use the strategy to make good trades. So definitely trade at your own risk. This isn't directed at you, Jose. I was just thinking that that just something we gotta always say, right? We gotta put it out there. I hope you guys do get some value out of the trades and whatnot, but don't take it as in like if I have something framed up that I'm telling you to take the trade kind of idea. Trade at your own risk for sure. So finding some support here at the IB low again here, guys. So technically, to get a failed auction, what we need to do is we need to go to the 30-minute chart. And then if we get a 30-minute candle closure below or above the IB low or above the IB high, that is like the validation idea that we're going to continue on. So what do we got? We got 20 minutes on this 30-minute candle. So there's a chance we could get a 30-minute closure below the IB low, which would be suggesting that we need to consider taking shorts here. But that being said, we're going to wait for some sort of clarity. So we're starting to break down below. Also finding buyers though. So this is what I was talking about before. Like just because we break below it, as long as we don't like get a closure and some continuation below, that would still be considered a failed auction at the low side of the initial balance. But yeah.
Music licensing reimagined. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
So I got a comment on my live stream from Tuesday. Somebody watched it, and that was my big losing day. This guy said your win on average is $3 a day, and lost almost 5 times that amount in one day. From my point of view, it looked like poor risk management, but you're still green on the month so far. So good job for that. You need to iron some wrinkles out, but you're definitely on the right path. So, and I agree with that 100%, guys. Like I've preached this also myself, is you really got to reduce your downside. I don't even think that guy knows that I actually ended up losing even more money that day than what he saw, because I did take a trade off stream, right? Because remember, I had to take my dog to the vet, so I got off the stream. I ended up taking another trade after, and I left that trade running while I was going to the vet. And by the time I was looking at it on my phone when I was getting close to the vet, it had already stopped me out for another big loss. And that day, unfortunately, I had 0% win rate on that day. So if we look back at my calendar here, I had literally a 0% win rate on that day. So I don't know what it was, but my choices were just off, as you guys saw on the stream, whoever was here that day. And I really shouldn't have taken that third trade. in my other two copy traded accounts, that was definitely like I would say a revenge trade. I tried to. I was like, well, if I can just get a decent little winner here on my,
Artlist.io.
on my other copy traded account, that'll like counteract some of that big loss that I took on the other accounts, right? So obviously that's not the right way to trade. I should have just locked it out at the, I think I was down negative almost 1500 at that point. And I should just locked it out and called it a day. But sometimes those, and this is the hardest thing, like to control that part, right? It's really hard to control that part. So yeah, I appreciate his feedback, and I agree with him. I definitely need to control those losses. Overall, my month is looking pretty good, and it's still going pretty good since then. But if I could have kept that, to like an $800 losing day or something, then we would be in a much, much better situation right now. Let's just say that. So did a little damage recovery since then though. 900, 661, 945, 661, and now 300 down today. So not looking to risk too much on this next trade. It would be nice to finish the week green, especially after that big losing day on Tuesday. Looking like we're starting to get a move lower here, guys. Or are we going to just attempt to go lower and then we're going to reclaim this channel? Let's see how this plays out. This fair value gap did hold. We would have had to have a huge stop though. If we would have entered, like let's say we entered at 264 and we put our stop up at the midpoint of the range, 264, 70, 80. So it's like a 15-point stop. It's actually not that bad, right? We could have done something like that, 15 to 20 point stop, which is kind of normal, and we would have been well in the money by this point. But yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. We'll stick around for a little bit longer. Let's say 8:30 for now, or which would be 11:30 New York time. We'll stick around till then, see how this candle ends up playing out here. Maybe we will find buyers will come in and it'll push us back up here. We can invert that fair value gap and then look for trade to go into the top of the range.
Music licensing reimagined.
I'm gonna have to do my markups here at some point too. I just don't want to take too much focus away from the stream. But what we took the long on the NQ right at that first break of the New York VWAP and sold off sort of at the top of the range there.
Artlist.io.
Let's go back to this account here. Let's see our chart executions. Put this on the 1 minute so it's easier to read.
Music licensing reimagined.
Huh? Did I hit the wrong button there? Maybe. Oh, I didn't save it. There we go. Trying to get in on another duck race here, guys.
Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, so let's just put in our long here real quick. Enter 24, 761, and 763. 761, 763. Candle was at, that was at 640.
Artlist.io.
We were targeting, hoping for that top of that range there. I ended up selling it on that next big candle though. Get that on there for now, and then I'll do the actual write-up later. Where's my markups here? So entered on that green candle there after those wicks, and that was our basically our break-even trade. 764 entry. And then we did one more after that, right? Yes. We did this guy here off the fair value gap area, 769. I think we entered a little too high though on that one. 796. Yeah, way up here. That was trying to get in on the momentum, but kind of should have been a little more patient. Need to enter in the fair value gaps ideally. Position right there, 96.50. So we're looking like we're recovering into IB low again here, guys. So, and then that I ended up getting out on that. Okay, so at least I got those in there. So easier for me to do my markups in a bit here. Let's go back here. Yeah, so we found some buyers down there. We're holding the IB low right now. So this could technically be a failed auction here. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. If we can, there's still 9 minutes left on this candle, but so far it's looking like we might get a failed auction on the downside on the IB low.
Artlist.io.
Let's go back to the 5 here. The 5 looks a little bit easier to read right now. Coming up on 8:21. Just checking in on the viewers again. 13 to Randy's X. We got 2 in my X. We got 3 in Randy's channel and 3 in my channel. So thanks a lot for all the viewers that did show up. I think I know Johan had to take off. She had a good day. Got some nice wins. Heading lower here again. Breaking below that IB low. It's not loving the price action, you know, guys. Like all these candles are pretty tight together here. So maybe we won't be taking any more trades this morning. Let's see how it plays out here. Would like to get on with my day. I got a bunch of stuff to do, take care of today. Relatively green so far. Let's see, $300 on the day. You know, just in these conditions, it's like, you know, since we're close to all-time highs, we end up consolidating quite a bit. The moves are kind of slowed down a bit here. Would like to see, you know, it's a little hard to take the longs just because and it's also hard to take the shorts, right? We're so low. We've been pretty bearish since the open after this initial pop, and now we're breaking out of the bottom of the range. So kind of not very clear right now. It's not very clear. Let's put it that way. ES is pulling back. The Dow is pulling back, and NQ obviously similar, pulling back. We did form a couple bearish fair value gaps on the 1 minute on
Music licensing reimagined.
on the NQ. But I usually don't really trade the 1 minute fair value gaps because there tends to be so many. On a continuation day, that's probably a good way to get in an entry, but not in a choppy day like today. When it's choppy, there's no gaps in the price for it to form those fair value gaps. That's why we only have that one from this candle here. We never closed above it. So, buyers stepping in there again, guys. Did we get another news? 8:18. Nope. Trump Trump on Truth Social just got off the call with the president from China, and said that they're making some progress. So that's kind of, again, got to be careful here, guys, when Trump can say something at any time and, create a reaction. They got all those algos watching Truth Social, just hawking in on his account. Oh, is he gonna say something? Let's get in there. So this bearish fair value gap inversion might play out here. Still holding IB low, guys. So we'll have to see here. Is it, are we holding IB low, or did we just get a little bounce because of Trump's, comment there? We'll have to see. I'm not going to jump in just yet. We've been so bearish so far.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, retracing back down to that 200 EMA there. Let's get our music changed up here a bit. Let's go for a calm breeze.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Looking pretty bearish, although don't jump in here, guys, because at this point, not financial advice, but look how many times we bought up this area. Given that last candle was a Trump wick, but the buyers could still be here, just quietly hiding behind. It's interesting, after that candle, look at the book went really dark. We ripped up, we took, I guess these were all stops, a lot of kind of a bit of a stop run there. People who are short, covering. Some people probably got some pretty bad fills on that move. If they're trading live, real capital. Some orders coming back on here now, above. So, I feel like, I wouldn't suggest it, but we could try. Let's go into, I was going to say, let's get into a paper trading account and try along here, but let's not. Don't want to induce anybody into taking a long here.
Artlist.io.
Looks like we're getting into a duck race on FitMom's channel there. Let's see if I can't win another free evaluation account. Although I still haven't heard from Zach Boyajians yet. But I'm sure he's got a lot of stuff to take care of. Maybe it'll happen sometime on the weekend. So it's a 1 minute and 30-second duck race here. Do you guys want to see the duck race? Let me know in the chat. We can always drag it over so you guys can watch the race. Looking pretty heavy still, guys. Let's go here, guys. Let's see. Can I see me in here? Oh, I see. There's a David. Is there a David S? Or is there? Where am I? Where am I here, guys? It's not bad. It's not bad being over there. Maybe it's the only David. Number 40. I got a pretty cool looking duck too. Can you imagine if I won another one on stream? That would be crazy.
Artlist.io.
Oh, look at the Will with the hat over there, trying to take. Going a little too early though. Ajaz, good morning, sir. How you doing? Trying to win another duck race here. Oh, somebody's pushing up here. Oh, 18 seconds left. Oh, I'm falling back, guys. No, we're not. It's not looking good. Maybe we'll do a last second comeback. Last 10 seconds. Come on here. Disco's gonna win. Oh, Chandler's winning. Chandler's winning.
Artlist.io.
Oh, Summer. Oh, David. Oh, it's coming back. Oh, nice try, guys. Anyways. Good times, good times. Hopefully one of these days I'm going to be able to run those for you guys. That'd be nice.
Music licensing reimagined.
So we found some support now at value area low. We could look for a retest of the IB low here and think about taking a short entry like this. But let's look for a rejection off here. Don't just like blindly enter if it pops up there. Pretty big stop though. It'd be a 31-point stop. So definitely want to go with a small size. Unless it starts going in our favor, we can think about adding to it. But currently, yeah, not a whole lot of move going on here.
Artlist.io.
And it is 8:30. Sounds like there might be one more duck race. If you guys get over to Fit Mom's channel, you can might be able to get in.
Artlist.io.
Looking like we're gonna get another duck race, guys.
Music licensing reimagined.
But I did pick up, so you guys can, just so you know, I did pick up 2 Black Cat Tim Horton cups, which I'm going to be doing a giveaway hopefully sometime next week. I just got to get some forms ready for people to fill out. I know that there's like some forms going around that I've seen on some of the other streamers doing. I'm just not sure exactly how it all works. So once I figure that out, I'm going to give away a couple Black Cat cups. I have to mail it to you guys. Hopefully it gets there safely. But here we go. Look at this time I've got 39 and I got a blue face mask on. Leading the pack right now. Usually you don't win though when you get out there in the front. So we'll see how this goes, guys. So definitely go check out Fit Mom if you guys haven't. She's an entrepreneur. She has her own gym.
Music licensing reimagined.
So she started in the gym business and then she worked her way into trading futures. She's pretty successful. She's been doing it longer than I have, that's for sure. Well, we're getting a bit of a lag here. And I'm still in the running there, guys. Let's see what's going on here. We're freezing up. Chad's in the lead, 10 seconds left. Oh, Luke, O is going. O is going to win here. I don't know why we're getting such bad lag right now, though, but keeps, yeah, looking like 0-1. Nice. Congratulations to the winners. Very nice. Okay, so we did find some support down there. So good thing we aren't just jumping into any shorts here, guys. Like I said, overall, we're still pretty bullish. So I wouldn't be, too surprised if we just kind of don't go lower, if this is kind of sort of the extent of how much lower we're going to go. We'll stick around for 10 more minutes and see if we can't get a bullish move here, and then we'll wrap up the stream here in 10 more minutes. 8:45. So we can get on with our weekend, lock the day out green, don't do any damage. Try to recover this ugly day on Tuesday. If I could just go back in time, listen to myself saying, I don't feel like I'm reading the market clearly, so why am I taking more trades? And that day was a really bad price action day. It's pretty clear that I shouldn't have been trading on that day, and I did hold back for quite a long time. And then after I took those 2 losses back to back on the stream, and then I guess that kind of put me in a bit of a tilt mode. So it's learning to deal with those emotional feelings, guys. That's pretty key to becoming a consistent, successful trader. Hoping to get a payout here in the not too distant future, but we'll see. It's a battle. Slowly grinding our way back up. Did some pretty big damage to our 150K accounts. But I do basically have 2 50K accounts off of 2 different firms that are in the money. So maybe we'll have to focus on those for a bit, try to get them up to that $3,000 profit target. See if we can take a payout. That would be nice. Just give me 1 sec. Be right back.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
All right, I'm back. NQ midpoint on opening range break was king today. Caught 4 wins on that point, but gold was another thing straight from the open. Nice. NQ midpoint on opening range break. So you took some trades off of the middle of the opening range break, like a short and a long. You could have been long earlier, and then you could have been short later, for sure. That definitely sounds like you need an air horn and an applause. Yes, nice. Good job, Zar. Very nice, very nice.
Music licensing reimagined.
So still just kind of not doing a whole lot here, guys. Slowly trending lower here. Looking like we're gonna end up ending the stream here without taking any more trades. pull this out of the way here. I mean, I guess if we could see a rejection off of the
Artlist.io.
IB low with a decent reaction towards the bottom of this channel, that could be a potential short idea here. Let's stop up above there. Kind of almost got that rejection right there. Just like I said, with this overall bullish sentiment, you know, I just don't, you know, it's no guarantee obviously, but I just don't feel like we're going to get any continuation moves today. It's looking like we're just going to chop around. I mean, maybe if we come back for the power hour, we could think about, you know, getting some momentum, but it seems like, you know, big traders gone to lunch. They're getting ready to go take their weekend. They're going to come back after lunch, maybe bang out a couple more trades and then move on for the day. Just like we should be doing. Part of the reason we're traders is because we want to, you know, have that freedom of time, which lately I haven't been getting that because I've been spending so much time streaming. It's been hard to get the rest of my daily duties done because I'm spending so much time on the charts. But, you know, I'm just enjoying hanging out with you guys. So just appreciate the viewers. I want to like, you know, be here, hang out with you guys, talk about the market, hopefully give you some potential insights to help you build your own trading journey, build it to be better. But yeah, all three indices kind of not doing a whole lot. All three are starting to bounce a bit right now. Just took the IB low. I'm rich with viewers there, Ajaz. I'm not rich, that's for sure though. Rich with viewers, I'll say that because I appreciate you guys here. And if only this was, you know, real money in my account, yeah, I would probably be feeling pretty good over a month. But you know, it's all sim funds, and you got to get to that payout before it actually means anything. So just keep grinding away here, guys. Working on these Lucid accounts here. Let's see, what's my highest one? 1,200. I did take that $500 loss on Tuesday in these accounts. So to set these guys back a little bit, I was at the midpoint. Liking this bullish momentum here, guys. Maybe we are going to get this potential breakout to the higher side. Although volume isn't that high, it's pretty low volume on this candle. So let's just try to watch it here, see where the volume is. Are the buyers really stepping in here, or the seller just, you know, give them a little space and then the sellers are going to come slap it back down? Let's see. I guess the indicator would be, you know, a nice break above the point of control and out of this range. Maybe get a retest. But we do have that bearish fair value gap still active off the 5-minute there at 24,763. So we do have that bit of a wall there. I guess we could wait for a break above that and then target the high of the range here. I know I said I was going to log off at 8:45, but you know, it's looking like we might get the opportunity to take another trade here, one that we've been kind of eyeballing for a bit of a time now. So I'll hang out just a little bit longer, try to see if we can't get something like this to happen. Stop below the point of control here. So look at 25 stop for a $50 winner, 2-to-1 risk to reward here. But like I said, we would need a 5-minute closure up here. Maybe we get some sort of a retest with some sort of bounce to momentum to the high side. That would definitely be a nice indicator that we could think about taking that long. Pretty big bullish candle there, guys.
Artlist.io.
And it's just going. It's keeps going. Volume's rising here. Volume is rising, and we're seeing some red on the tape. They're just not doing a whole lot of damage here. Lots of sellers coming in right at this trend line. Kind of need a bit of a violent take, I think, on that trend line if we're going to actually take it with to move higher. Oh, looks like our book map is a little bit behind. We aren't showing clearly. CVDs getting a bit of a pullback there, so we did reject there. That was the electronic VWAP and the top of the channel and the point of control. So we went from value area low back to the point of control there. Nice little wick down at the value area low. So let's see if we can't get any continuation here.
Artlist.io.
We did form a bullish fair value gap now on this candle right here, guys. Something to keep in mind. Roughly like that, and that would be a green one. That is the nicest candle that we've printed in a while, since these last bearish candles here. Definitely the nicest green candle that we put out. Still finding resistance though at that POC and that trend line, so not convinced just yet that we're going to be going higher. And like I said, we do have that 5-minute bearish fair value gap that got a decent amount of respect there before.
Music licensing reimagined.
A little hard to see there, so I just moved that back out of the way. Do I want to attempt? I'm not sure if I want to attempt the fair value gap trade here, because we're sitting right at the point of control. So
Artlist.io.
it would be a nice entry though if we could get in here and then end up taking this point of control.
Artlist.io.
Thinking here. So we got the ES, also made a fairly strong bounce. The Dow, similar, rejected a little bit more than NQ. NQ's bullish bar is looking the best. I'm gonna take a quick look at the Mag 7 here, see what that's doing. Mag 7 is pretty much at the bottom of the range, found support at the 200 EMA. So kind of at a tipping point here. Could be a tipping point anyways if we were to slap lower.
Artlist.io.
Kind of want to try this long, but I'm not. It's just kind of in the middle of that range. There's a couple negatives that are making me think it maybe not the best idea. You know, like it's we do have these point of controls to get through, which is kind of a challenge. We did dip into it a tiny bit there, but we are in a short-term bearish trend also. So like sometimes when I've taken a long in a bearish trend off a fair value gap, it is just kind of rejected, right? So I guess what's our 30-minute candle here, guys? Did that 30-minute candle, yeah, that 30-minute candle did close below. It did close. This last 30-minute candle closed below the IB low. So that means that, you know, usually that would suggest that we're going to head lower, right? So this could actually just be a bounce to a rejection before with a move lower. Getting so many mixed signals right now, it's just hard to read at this point. Let's go back to the 5 here. So, like I said, not that convinced yet that it's a good idea to go long here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's move this way a little bit, just so anyone who is watching the stream doesn't decide to just jump in here. Not financial advice. So we got 10 minutes till the hour. Keep extending the stream time here, just hoping something else is going to happen. Give us some sort of clear idea as to what's going to happen on the day.
Artlist.io.
But the volume has slowed down, the momentum has slowed down. Did find some support off the value area low, headed right back to the point of control.
Music licensing reimagined.
Struggling to get past that point of control there. Finally popped up with some buying volume. Are the buyers stepping in right now? Looking like it a bit, guys. Still a little concerned having that bearish fair value gap up above. We got really mixed signals here. What is this? Could have got in there at 44. We would have been up 14, 15 points right there. $2 a point, $30 times each contract. $3.30 left on this candle here. So now that we've had a nice break of that downward trend line, maybe we can get a bit of a retest and get some support there. And or if we just get a closure, a 5-minute above here, we could wait for, you know, a little pullback into that area and then take a long. So let's just try to be patient here. We've got 9 minutes left on this until the hour.
Artlist.io.
And we got 3 minutes left on this 5-minute candle here. Time to sit down again.
Music licensing reimagined.
They're coming down or what? There we go. Back in action here. Looking pretty bullish here on this move here, guys. These last 3 candles here. Getting into that fair value gap here. Is there going to be a bearish rejection or what? So we do have those orders up at a bunch of orders up at 770, and then above that we're looking at 800 for the next set. So some orders did recently come on at the 75 and 80 mark, probably because we've been bouncing here. So the buyers are, you know, getting in and they're putting their TPs up there. Market wants to go to the liquidity, having a little bit of a rejection out of that fair value gap currently, and it's right at the New York VWAP. So
Music licensing reimagined.
short-term trend bearish, long-term trend bullish. We did break out of that bearish or that bullish channel, which is a falling channel. So we got 1 minute left on this candle here, and 6 minutes left to the hour. So let's see how this candle ends up closing here. Looking like we're rejecting off that fair value gap currently, and the New York VWAP. So we broke below it. We came up. We rejected off the VWAP. We rejected off the VWAP again. Headed lower. came up, and then let's see what happens here. Are we going to reject again? These guys did put some wicks through, so they did break it, but then they got rejected. So there's a potential that this could actually turn into a short trade, heading back to value area low or IB low area. 10 seconds on this candle. We need to close above basically where we are, 766. If we can close above the, so we didn't get the closure there, guys, but we did form a nice bullish fair value gap right here also. So let's see if we can't get a pullback down towards a point of control. Let's put a limit buy order here. See if we can't get an entry long in this fair value gap. Keeping in mind that we do have the electronic view up down there. It was support turned into resistance, and now hopefully this will end up being the support point. It would be nice if we could just get a little quick wick and then back up. I wouldn't be looking to hold this trade too long. Looking for a fairly fast reaction off of this fair value gap. Sort of a continuation trade here. Pulling back a little bit here into that range. Might end up not getting it at this point.
Music licensing reimagined.
We'll be pretty aggressive on trying to take profits here, just because, like I said, it's Friday. We're already green. Don't really want to turn this into a red day. This is a copy traded trade, so this would be on 3 accounts. So I definitely want to be aggressive, put my stop in. If I end up being a small green, that's fine with me. Doing my best to limit my downsides.
Artlist.io.
That might have been all the pullback that we're getting here. So what is that? 55 to 7. So missed it by like around a little over 2 points. Oh, exactly 2 points. Missed it by. Running into those orders at the 70 right now. What's going to happen there? Are they going to take it? Yeah, they're looking like they just took those orders at 70, like no problem. So we're going to get rid of that order here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Shoot. 3 minutes left. Oh, that's a pretty nice take there. Yeah, shoot, guys. So we missed that entry there on that pullback.
Artlist.io.
And now it feels like chasing a bit. Because it could just go only to the middle point of the IB range and then reject. So not a whole lot left in this move. If it does reject there, it's only, it's like 9 points from here to there. But at this point, it feels sort of like chasing. We did get a nice hold on the New York view up there. This is a 5-minute candle too, so that's pretty good. In a bearish fair value gap on the ES and on the Dow, so that's not helping out those two indices.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, getting a bit of a move here, guys. Continuing up. Still have some more orders up at 75, 77, and 80 area.
Music licensing reimagined.
it's just more ideal to get in on the pullback, and we did try to get in on that pullback, but we were off by being a little too conservative on my location for the entry. So that would have been pretty beautiful if we would have got in there, say 58. We were up at 72, so like 12, 13 points up. Pretty slow movement though here, guys, and we only got 1 minute left here. I'm probably just gonna wrap it up here. Don't want to give back. Let's end the week green, because a $100 loser in my 3 accounts, if I only risked $100, I'd be break even on the day, right? So wouldn't mind getting a nice $100 winner in all 3 accounts. But it could go either way, right? And then that would put me, put us negative on the Friday. Pretty easily. Okay, so let's see here. We did get this 5-minute closure. So this guy's actually gone. But what we could do is we formed a new one here. Right here. Pretty small one, but it is there, and this is actually a bullish one, so we're going to make sure that's green. And there we go, we're taking that IBM.
Music licensing reimagined.
Initial balance midpoint there. No pullbacks in sight though, hey guys? In retrospect, the entry was right there. We did that break, we came up, we rejected a little bit, we ended up taking it with a little bit of volume. So anywhere in this area would have been a nice entry, and then look at that continuation there. We put in 3 bullish, 3 fair value gaps. Like, look at that fair value gap, would have worked really good. The one that we do have one right here also in this range, and then now this new one here. Definitely chasing though at this point.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, sorry guys, I think we're gonna call it there. Like I said, I feel like this is a little chasing at this point. There might be some more trades going forward, but I do have a lot of things to get through, get onto today. So yeah. So just wanted to say thank you to everybody who showed up. We got 14 on Randy's X channel. We got 1 in Randy's YouTube channel. We got 2 on my X channel and 3 in my YouTube channel. So thanks so much to everybody who did show up today. Really appreciate it. Appreciate the follows and the likes, and anyone who did subscribe to the channel. Trying to go live, give you guys somebody to hang out with and trade while you're here Monday to Friday. Gotta take some days off on occasion so I can get some stuff done. But I do have a fishing trip coming up October 10 to 20. So I won't be that active during that week and a bit or so. The fishing trip isn't very far from home. So and my friend that I usually go on this trip with usually is he's going to be working a bit also, so I might be on for some streams. I'll try to give you guys a heads up ahead of time, like if I can schedule it the day before, you'll be able to see if I'm going to go live. But if not, I might end up doing maybe some power hours or something during that week. I just can't completely leave the desk. I would like to continue progressing towards those payouts if possible, and getting some more funded accounts under my belt. So right now we have so I got 250K that I paid for, this 50K that I passed for, and then I got that take profit trader that I passed for. So we're just if we can pass these lucid accounts, then I'm going to be up to quite a few funded accounts. That would put us at 3, 6, 7 funded accounts would be nice. Lots of opportunities to make, to make a payout. That being said, definitely check out Top One Futures and or Lucid Trading Futures. Use my code MBT, short for Market Butcher Trades, MBT, and that way you guys can get the best discount that they're offering at the time on the accounts. If you want the cheapest way to enter to Top One Futures, definitely these Ignite accounts are very cost effective. Their rules are a little bit harder, but if you keep your wins low, your wins smaller, and your losses smaller, and just do base hits, it's the cheapest route to get into instant funded accounts so that you can get those payouts. Payout cap is a little bit lower than the other instant funded accounts and or the pro accounts, so keep that in mind. MBT, and also the Lucid Trading, obviously they're also a great company. Let's take you to the homepage here so you can check that out. You can start trading with them. They got 2+ million paid to traders, 500,000 traded servers, 15 minutes is the average payout time. So their payout time is like really the fastest I've ever seen. Project X and Top One Futures, they're also very fast, within like an hour or so you're usually getting paid out. So here's a little quick look at their the test accounts. These are the ones where you got to pass the test to get to their funded account. So let's say you do a 50K, it's a one-time fee of $155, but you can get the discount. So there's a reset fee of $90. Profit target is $3,000. Your max loss limit $2,000. Drawdown type, which is a better kind, is end of day drawdown rather than the daily intraday trailing drawdown. Fixed daily loss limit is $1,200 below initial trail. So once you hit your below the initial trail, okay, so whatever the starting balance of your day, if you go 1,200 below that, it'll lock you out. The max position is 4 minis or 40 micros, and you can pass it in one day. If you just go full port, you could just pass this in one day. I've been going pretty slow on my accounts, just trying to chip away, treating it like it's a funded account. But yeah. Okay, that's enough of the sales pitches, all that. Definitely try to use my code if you are going to buy any accounts. Would appreciate that. Love it. Love you guys. Love being here, enjoying streaming with you guys. Got a couple wins today. Some of the viewers also got similar wins. So not financial advice, but hopefully you got some value out of this free stream. I'm here just for transparency purposes and also to be accountable. You guys keep me accountable. So much appreciate you guys showing up. Gonna end the stream now. Good luck out there. Stay green and have a great weekend. I'll be back. Sorry, let's put this banner up real quick. I'll be back on Sunday at 6 p.m. East Coast time. Here's our schedule on the banner there. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 9:15 a.m. I'm usually live, maybe 9:30 on Thursday. And then Sunday, I'm starting the stream at 6 p.m. We usually have quite a marathon stream on Sundays, like 4 to 5 hour long session. So if you're bored, you don't got much going on, come check it out. I find that the volatility is a little more clean on the Sundays. All the traders taking the weekend off, coming back to the market to see if they can catch some moves to start the week off right. My weeks on Sundays have been pretty solid. A decent winner, $500. I did lose $250 that day. The previous month, 500, 187, 230 on the Sundays. So the Sundays are pretty good. So definitely come check it out, and I look forward to seeing you guys then. Again, have a great weekend and take care, stay green, and I'll see you on Sunday. Peace out, everybody. See you later.